Hello, everyone, and welcome to this edition of Tee It Up Grand Strand. I'm your host, Shan Coughlin, here with my special guest, Mr. Tom Plankers from World Tour.
Good afternoon.
How are you?
I'm doing fantastic.
Well, it's good to have you back in the house.
Well, thank you. It's good to be here. Got beautiful weather, a lot of golfers. You couldn't ask for anything better.
You cannot ask for too much more than that.
It's perfect. It really is. This is perfect weather.
All right, so I heard a rumor.
Oh, my goodness.
Can I ask you about it? It's about World Tour.
Oh, okay.
So when World Tour first opened,
Mm-hmm.
it had more holes
Yes.
than it currently has.
Mm-hmm.
Did I hear that it might go back to that way again?
We're looking at it. We really are.
Okay.
I'm doing my due diligence to see how much it's going to cost to open up. But everybody had missed it. It's got some of the prettiest holes, I think, on the beach.
Mm-hmm.
So we're really taking a hard look at it to see about it.
All right, well, I was going to see your answer before we gave too many details. So you are looking at it. So World Tour originally opened up as 27-hole facility.
Correct.
Then went to 19.
Right.
I love the 19th hole. And we're not talking about the bar, folks. It's a real hole.
It's a real hole. Real hole.
You can use to decide some bets or when
Warm
y'all are
up.
doing maintenance or
warm up.
Warm up.
See what the golf course is all about.
All right. And so that's good news, I think, if y'all are actually looking into it. And
Yeah,
seeing
it really is. We really are. We're taking a real serious look at it. Of course, we're going to put the greens back just the way they were on the other 18, which is the new Mini Verde
Okay.
Bermuda grass that has turned out to be very, very well in this area. Has done very well. So we're taking a hard look at it. We really are.
Well, I would tell you that I didn't mean to put you on the spot, but I sort of did, so I can't claim that. So
And
that's
I
good.
didn't really answer either, did
No.
I?
Hey, you're looking at it, so that's part of an answer. So that's
you
good.
go.
Well, we will look forward to hearing more about that, and hope
We'll
to.
definitely keep you informed when I
Good.
find out.
Good. So we have done a whole history over the course of the months you've been here, going through some of the holes on International World Tour. Let's give folks just a brief description of
Okay.
the course and let them, give them an idea of why we do this hole by hole coverage like we do.
Well, we have 19 holes, and they're based on golf holes throughout the world. Obviously, that is why we call ourselves the World Tour. What's unique about our facility is that when you do enter the property, there is a guard gate there, which is manned by an ambassador. And he will give you a passport.
I've got mine.
And we will get it. You'll take that, and that's your way to go in the golf shop. And it gets stamped just like a passport does when you go overseas. So that is a lot of people keep it for souvenirs, and it is your playing ticket to get on to start playing the golf courses from all over the world.
And when you say based on, I just want to give folks a little more information. That means replicated holes. They are exactly like the holes that you'll see on
They are
TV
that.
or Go Play.
They are that. They're
unreal.
exactly like they are. Exactly. And what's very unique is there's some very high elevation points, which of course were all man-made.
Right?
I think the most unique is, of course, Augusta.
Yeah.
We do have a men's corner. Everybody likes to play that during the Augusta week.
Oh, yeah.
And so that's a lot of fun to see what they score on that. In fact, we even have a little deal if you can beat. We name a pro, and if you can beat him on those 3 holes, then we give you a little gift.
Little gift. Cool. I was going to say, y'all do play that up
yeah.
a lot.
Oh,
so
most definitely.
And it makes it a lot of fun. So which of the holes are we going to talk about today?
Well, today I guess everybody in the world, because it is worldwide, watch the TPC Sawgrass.
Oh, yeah.
The Tournament Players Club tournament. And out at World Tour, it is our number 3 on the open side.
Right.
The stadium course was built in 1982.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And it hosts the Players Championship, which everybody saw. It is truly the first true stadium golf course ever built. It was built for the spectators as well as the golf professionals that play it. The architect, as everybody I'm sure knows, is Pete Dye.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And the reason he designed it, it was very interesting the way he designed this golf course. He did not favor any particular player's style. The golf was built so that no 2 consecutive holes go the same direction. And it was, of course, you got number 17, which is widely recognized all over the world. But it's quite unique that he did not build it to favor anybody that hooked the ball, faded the ball. It just, he built it so you had to do everything. And that is probably why you see the scores are not humongous under par.
Right.
The weather does come into play because you're in North Florida.
Right.
You're by the ocean.
Little wind.
And the wind. The golf, the course was a creation and really a dream of the former PGA commissioner, which is Dean Beeman.
I did not know that.
And he created that. It was a unique idea he had for the site of the Players Championship. It sits on 415 acres of property, and of course, it was North Florida. And do you know how much it cost the PGA to buy that 415 acres?
Well, if it opened in '82, I'm going to assume they bought it not too much earlier than that. I'm going to say hefty penny, but I can't really fathom a guess.
$1.
$1.
$1.
Who did they buy it from?
He bought it. They bought it from a couple guys named Jerome and Paul Fletcher.
They just wanted them to have it?
Well, they saw the dream that Dean Beeman had and bought into it. But don't forget, you're in North Florida, wetlands.
Yes.
Heavy woods. Really not a good-looking place to build a golf course to start out with.
Well, they certainly changed that, didn't they?
They did that. And it was kind of funny because the opening ceremony, before they started the construction, Dean Beeman got in an area which he thought was going to be number 1 tee, which, how do you know, it's in heavy woods.
Well.
And he hit his first shot there to celebrate starting the construction of it. Well, he didn't like the first shot, so he took another shot. And to this day, it's the first and last mulligan that has ever been on the Players Club.
There you go. I was going to say, did it hit a tree? It must have.
He got to hit a tree out there someplace. But it actually it cost the PGA Tour $1. $1.
That's amazing. Now, I'm sure they paid Pete Dye a little bit more than that.
I didn't say how much they paid him just to buy the land. But it truly is the first golf course that was actually built for the spectators, too. It was constructed and designed for the spectators. The site in North Florida, like we've been saying, was a lot of wetlands, woods. And believe it or not, when Pete started this, there was no more than 18 inches of elevation above the wetlands.
Anywhere
on that property.
Well, he made some major changes.
He did, didn't he? What he did also was create a lot of lakes, which you saw in the tournament. And he also placed holes very strategically with lakes and ponds and stuff of this nature. And that's how he created the stadium look, was from digging all these ponds and putting them to the side and building a stadium look to it.
Yeah, the banks.
Number 1 and number 10 tee, 9, 16, 17, and 18, believe it or not, are 30 feet high. And it's built like a football stadium or a baseball stadium. So everybody has as you go up the hill, you can sit and you see over the person that you were sitting in front of. And it was well thought out as far as to watch golf.
Right.
Most people go to golf tournaments and they stand around the first tee and they try to see the players, and you can't get in there. You're 7 deep and you're looking at somebody's back of the head. So he did a very, very good job doing this.
It's hard to believe 30 feet, though. We talked about this when we talked about the Masters and how difficult it is to see the elevation change, even on that course on TV. Same here, because it's obviously a hill, but I had no idea it was that big.
Well, if you ever go there and you walk up the hill, you'll know you've done some climbing when you get to the top.
I bet.
Most of the golf holes, as you know, have water somewhere around them or close to the greens and something like that. And it was kind of interesting that 17 itself, which everyone knows what 17 looks like now, Island Green. Well, when it started out, it was designed just to have a little pond near the green. It wasn't going to be an island green. But what they started doing is they started digging the little pond that they were going to do, and they found some very, very favorable, valuable sand, which they used on the property as far as greens and stuff of this nature. So what ended up happening to be a little pond, they kept digging and digging and digging, and now
so we want the sand.
and now you see what they got. It's all water. But it basically was not going to be what you saw it was. And it really, Pete credits his wife Alice for this, because when she first came on the property to take a look at it, and they were showing her what they were going to do as far as put the little pond over here, it was really her idea to make the pond very, very big and to make it look like an island green. Well, they even went further when they found this sand that they had to use on the property, and it is what it is today, which is the world's most incredible par 3, number 17, and everybody knows about it.
I know. Have you ever played it?
No, I have not played that golf course.
Just at World Tour?
Just at World Tour. And at World Tour, believe it or not, the green is just a little smaller.
Really?
Just a little smaller.
Well, see, I thought that, but that's just because I didn't hit it.
Well, then you got wet. That's what you got. The first Players Championship was, of course, held there at Sawgrass, and it was in 1992.
Okay.
And it really was an eye-opener to the players that first got there, because it was the first time they saw it. And what really opened everybody's eyes and what everybody was talking about was, in a lot of conversation, a lot of what the heck, because some of the major players never made the cut. Jack Nicklaus never made the cut.
Never made the cut?
Not in that tournament.
Wow.
I mean,
in the first one.
In the first one.
In the first one.
Arnold
1982, right?
Arnold Palmer didn't make it neither.
Well, I bet they were not happy.
Well, everybody was trying to figure out what the heck this was, because the wind and where you had to place the ball. You had to hit it here to get it there. Of course, the first champion there, I think everybody might remember, was Jerry Pate.
Oh, yeah.
And the only reason you remember that is because he tossed Pete Dye and Beeman in the lake on 18, and then he dove in after him. He told him as he was walking up 18 fairway, if he wins this, he was going to throw him in the lake, and he did.
Interesting.
Very interesting. So, and what's really interesting about this golf course too, or that particular setting, 30 years after this tournament has become so popular, it's still the tournament that has the strongest field
Absolutely.
of any tournament. And that's saying something for a golf course like that. And of course, we all watched Ricky Fowler.
Yes.
In a spectacular way that he won that thing. And he won it on 17.
Yes, he did.
How apropos that was. So, the green on 17 is at World Tour is just exactly contoured like that one. It does have the same spots where you saw the pins win the tournament. But like I say, it's just a little bit smaller, but not much, just a little bit smaller.
And y'all put the pins in the positions from the on the tournament weekend. I think that is so cool.
We sure do. And that way, and what's very interesting too is everybody watches the players sitting there talking their caddies, wringing their hands, throwing grass up in the air, changing their clubs. And you all think, well, oh my goodness. Well, come to World Tour and play it and see what you do.
Yeah, I put it in the water. Yeah.
You do the same thing as the players do. They look at the wind, they check this. So, but anyway.
And a few of them put it in the water.
A few of them put it in the water.
More than a few.
To lose the tournament.
Yes.
But it is a spectacular golf course. And it was created. What's so interesting how it was created, and why it was created to be what it is today.
So, are you in the conversation? Do you get in the conversation or the debate as to whether it should be a fifth major?
Well, I think the way it's set up and the way the players and the strongest field that there is, I think there should be some very serious consideration for it. I really, really do. I mean, when you have all the major players come there, why not? And it is a true test of golf, very true test of golf. I mean, so I think it should be considered very, very highly up there. I really do. I mean, most of the players that play it, that win it, feel like they won a major.
Well, yeah, I would say if you when you do win it, they've definitely done something. And I can't ever remember thinking of a boring finish at that one.
No, there really is not. There really is not. I mean, everybody gets down to 16, 17, and 18. Mm-hmm. And that's where the tournament is won or lost. And
you really can put up some very good or some very large numbers, no matter who you are.
Regardless who you are, you're exactly right. It should be considered. I think it should really take a hard look and see because of the field and because of the severity of the golf course, not the conditions, but just the way the golf course is played.
Right. Well, I love the fact that it was built as much for the spectators as for the players because, you're right. Sometimes you go out to watch as a fan, and it's difficult to see anything, but not here, not at TPC Sawgrass. So.
No, it is very difficult, and that even goes to Augusta. I mean, if you go to Augusta to watch, of course, you take your chair and you try to position it just right. But yes, it's tough to see at Augusta, some of your players that you really want to see.
Well, that's why they say go to the practice round there, too. It's much easier.
Or the par 3.
Yep. I would think that would be a lot of fun, too.
Oh, that is fun, yeah.
So, well, very good. Well, what should we tell people before we leave today about World Tour? What's the best way to get additional information about the course, the conditions, any specials y'all have going?
Well, the best way really is you can look us up on the web. We really don't have much specials. We do coming into our summertime where the rate is come down a little bit.
Right. Well, with the rate changes here in the summertime, it's a little lower than in the spring and fall.
Right. And people coming to the beach, I would highly recommend bring your clubs.
Absolutely.
Not only play World Tour, but there's a lot of golf courses here in Myrtle Beach that are in great shape. It's just a fun experience to play golf in Myrtle Beach.
I agree wholeheartedly. And if you don't have anyone to set your tee times, give us a call here at the Golf Director. We'll be happy to help you. But let's give them that website. It's still theworldtourgolf.com.
Yeah, it is.
Theworldtourgolf.com. Theworldtourgolf.com. Your new ownership in a Founders Group International has made some recent acquisitions, so I'm sure there's going to be some new announcements. Y'all are partnering up with to make some packages for the fall.
Well, what we're doing right now, we do have quite a few golf courses, some very nice golf courses.
Absolutely.
We are going to make. We're going to by 2016. There'll be some great packages with all the golf courses that are in that fold.
Right.
And so. We will have a very good website as far as the Founders Golf.
Right.
And people can get to that.
And we'll post all that information for them as well because we want to make sure that they find it because with, when there's change, some people wonder what's exactly going to happen, but you will have some great spring golf packages. And, for the fall, at least just go to the website and get all the information there. And again, contact your provider. They can set up something wonderful for you as all of them work with the golf courses hand in hand and really have the up-to-date information.
Sure do.
Tom, thank you so much for coming in and sharing the news. So all the all your overseeding is transitioned and all that's done.
Everything is done.
Everything's rocking and rolling because we like to give condition update too. So everything I've seen is gorgeous.
They're in very good shape. This weather that we're having, like I said, is just perfect for playing and for growing grass. It's not too hot, it's not too cold, and it's just right.
It's all we need.
And so we just need come on down for a vacation.
So why are we in here and not playing golf?
I don't know.
I think I invited you, that's why.
Yeah, we did.
Because we wanted to talk to you folks and let you know what's going on at World Tour Golf. Thank you so much for coming in. We will look forward to hearing from you again next month and see if we can get an update on those holes by then. Maybe too early, but we'll ask again anyway.
Thank you.
You're welcome. This edition of Tee It Up Grandstand has been produced and broadcast by the Zeus Radio Network for thegolfdirector.com. When visiting thegolfdirector.com, be sure to check out our featured golf course pages, including the one for World Tour, where you'll find up-to-date information about course conditions, specials, and so much more. If you need help with your next golf vacation or just tee times and like to tweet, #JustCallDave, and he'll find you, or give us a call at 844-GO-GOLF1. That's 844-464-6533. 831. All of our programming is archived for listening and viewing on demand, so to catch up on a show you may have missed, including one with Mr. Plankers about some of the other holes there at World Tour, click on the TGD Radio and TGD TV tabs in the menu at thegolfdirector.com. We're now available on over 1 billion devices through iTunes, Audio Realm, TuneIn, YouTube, Ustream, Roku, Blueberry, and on the Myrtle Beach Golf app, so download that today. This is your host, Shan Coughlin, and on behalf of my very special guest, Mr. Tom Plankers from World Tour, our producer behind the glass, Big D, we thank you for tuning in. There's more TGD golf news and information coming up next, so don't go anywhere.